So it's very positive, and it's very encouraging that there are several companies that, so they just discovered not too long ago, I don't know the exact year, a few years ago, of what causes FSH, and it's a DUX4, right? And in layman's terms, and again, I'm not a scientist, I don't know all the, but basically, in most people, there's a switch in our cells, in our gene code, that turns off the production of DUX4. With FSH, it's turned on, and the DUX4 is a harmful protein that goes out and actually affects the muscles. So they just discovered this DUX4. So now they're able to pinpoint their research toward turning that DUX4 off. And they're getting close to it. They've been able to replicate some of it in mice. Fulcrum has some trials out. I think they're in phase 2 right now for a drug, and you know, I think the jury's still out as far as if they get the DUX4 to turn off, will the muscle be able to regenerate? Will the DUX4 regenerate itself? I've read several different things, so you know, there's still a lot of questions out there, but I think it's pretty common, a common opinion within the FSH community, if they could just stop it, slow it down, if they could just maintain what they have right now, that's a win. You know, obviously we all want it to be able to be turned off completely and cured, and then muscle be able to regenerate, obviously. But if they could just get it to stop, to slow down the progression, that would be a huge win. But in the meantime, there's other things that I personally would like to advocate for. I would like to advocate, what he had a Make-A-Wish, and he went to an exoskeleton facility in San Francisco. I think there's a huge opportunity there, because that technology is coming available so quickly. But again, there's a lot of FDA kind of regulations. Oh, it's only approved for stroke victims. It's only approved in this, you know, it's not readily available. But if he could, when he was at the exoskeleton facility, they put this vest on him and he was able to raise up his arms. If there was just something like that available to FSH patients that allowed them to be able to raise their arms up, it would mean everything. I mean, it would open up so much. Like, he'd be able to feed himself better, brush his teeth, comb his hair, participate, and a lot of other things. And I think that is a resource out there that we really need to tap into. This wearable exoskeletons that will help walk, help them raise their arms, manipulate their hands. I think that's something that we should definitely be advocating for as well. As for treatment, or as it's like with the wheelchair, they need a wheelchair. I think this wearable technology is something that they could greatly benefit from.